Hello, my love. I am so excited to share with you. I feel like I start every video that way, but that's okay because I am so pumped. I'm going to be sharing with you today this year of change that I want to document and go through and kind of give you this behind the scenes view of what I'm doing to become the person that I want to become and how I'm going to be doing that. So, let me dive right in. I had a health scare this year, and it led to me having a bone marrow biopsy, a PET scan. And while the results weren't bad from all of the things, they weren't the results I expected. And I thought, okay, I want to make some changes. I knew before I got these results that I wanted to make changes, but when I got the results and thinking about what I wanted to do over the next 3, 6, 12 months, I thought, okay, let me get right in. Let me get my feet wet, get my hands dirty, and let's do it. Okay, so it's going to be interesting because not only am I going to be working on my fitness, my finances, and my business and Substack growth, but essentially, like, I'm rebuilding my business. I am bringing in more one-to-one coaching, which I didn't think I would do. I'm going to obviously keep some of my low ticket things that I'm building out as well, but I really have enjoyed the one-on-one services and coaching and consulting that I've been doing. That has actually lit me up. And I think my 4-6 projector has loved being in connection, sharing from my lived experience, my example. And even though it's not a big community, having that one on one space with somebody who is wanting to do the work really like fuels me. So, all of that is going on over the next year. And I really want to share it with you because it just feels important to share. So, I'm going to go a little bit into the four things that I'm going to be talking about, which are going to be my business, it's going to be my health, it's going to be my finances, and identity. And really, I think the most important of all four of those is going to be the identity because in order for me to hit any of the goals in the other three, I'm going to have to shift my mindset and who I am becoming in order to hit those goals. And I want you to see that firsthand so you can see what's possible for yourself. So, this first video is going to be completely free. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a brief update for everybody so you can see what's going on. And then I'm going to fall behind it just in case I want to get personal and share any things. I want people to be invested in the strategies that I'm sharing and knowing that there are some things that I might share that are a little more personal because I am who I am. And I don't know that I want that out there all publicly, all willy nilly. So it feels also like a little bit of accountability, like, hey, I'm going to go on this journey with you, Shay. I'm going to be commenting. I'm going to be sharing my goals, and then I can root for you and I can hold you accountable too. So if you want to check out where I am, if you're on YouTube and you want to check this out, click the link below so you can go to my Substack and you can see where you can become a paid member. Okay, so I don't know as far as like the updates, what it's going to look like. I thought, oh my gosh, I want to do a weekly update. However, at the time of recording this, we are in the middle of our kids' summer sports and trying to be on a strict recording schedule and attempting to be professional, which again, I'm building my business, so it's for me. So maybe I do just record it from the car if we are out and about in Iowa or Illinois, or my husband and my son are going to be in Georgia for baseball this upcoming weekend. Maybe it is more about just being real. However, I don't want to put that pressure on myself knowing that we don't know. I can't control when the games are. I can't control if my kiddos win or lose. I can't control if they're going all the way through Sunday night. Like my son plays this upcoming Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then they start bracket play Tuesday. So I don't know. I don't want to do that to me. So I think at least through when school starts in September, I do think it'll be biweekly. Maybe I'll add more. Maybe, who knows? But I do want to do it at least twice a month. So maybe not even bi-weekly. There's some months that have 5 weeks in it. So maybe it is bi-monthly and just be very flexible through the summer. And again, I'm not going to do like a long performative summary or anything like that. I'm going to give you one paragraph with numbers and data for each area on where my head is around it, what my goals are and all of that. So, let me just go into some of my goals so you can know what they are so you can follow along. With my Substack, I think I currently, at the time of recording this, have 11 subscribers. My goal in 1 year is to have 1,000 subscribers. And those are free subscribers. I would love to have 30% of those people convert to paid. I have no idea what the numbers are, so maybe that is not my goal. Maybe I'll do some research and see what the average number from paid to free ratio is so I can get a better goal. I just know that I want to get to 1,000, at least 1,000 free followers by next June, or would that be May 31st? By next year. I would love to have at least 3 one-on-one clients a month. And we are going into messaging. We're going into restructuring your business, realigning your business for you, because what has worked for you up until now is not going to work for you. A, if you want to grow. B, if you're like me and you hit 40 and you're like, what the hell am I doing? Because, girl, let me tell you, I hit 40 and last year I'm 41 now, and I'm thinking, why? Just why? And so if you're hitting that spot and you're like, I need to restructure, we're going to dig into your human design. We're going to dig into what lights you up. And then we're going to say, okay, how can we build your offers around what works for you versus building them around what works for everybody else? Because essentially, you went into business to help people and you went into business to make some money. So let's make some money. Let's help people and let's do it in a way that is aligned for you. So, what I mean by that, for me, I'm a 4/6 projector, and projectors are meant to be the guides, the advisors, the coaches, essentially. We are meant to help people see things differently and do things differently. And my 4/6 is my community and role model lines. And so, like, when you merge those, I'm meant to share from my lived experience and be in community. I'm also a projector, which means I'm not meant to work 40 hours a week. I'm not meant to sit at a computer 8 hours a day. And I set my business up that way where I was sitting at a computer 10 to 12 hours a day running my own agency and thinking, oh, I must have some form of success. No, ma'am, that was not success. That was stress. And that built up burnt out resentment inside of me that I am still releasing because I built my business the wrong way. And so moving into this next season of life, I am going to be changing that. And I want to help you change that too. So again, my one-to-one clients, I want to work with 3 a month so that we can get them or you where you need to be. And then I'll also share probably for each thread, like each, whether it's my business, whether it's my health, whether it's my identity, finances, one thing that I would do differently or that I did do differently as I'm thinking through this. And so with my health, with finding out some of my health things, I want to incorporate more fruits and vegetables into my diet weekly. So I want to have at least 2 new vegetables or fruits a week. And I know that probably won't be able to like consistently be that way. So at least 2 new fruits or vegetables, or I want to make sure that I'm getting at least 10 to 12 servings of fruits and vegetables a week, because that's at least 1 to 2 a day. So I guess 10 to 14 essentially, because yeah, 7, 14, like that's what will be 1 to 2 actually, because there are 7 days in a week and I am not mathing properly. I am also recording this on a Monday after having a long weekend. We are in Wisconsin and my daughter had lived her best life this weekend, had softball, was at Summerfest, and of course we went with her Thursday and Friday, and then she played softball Friday, Saturday, and then it was Father's Day at the time of recording this. So I am like wiped. So once I'm done recording this, I am going to go work either from the couch or maybe read a little before I hop back into work. But back to my health thread, I want to also make sure that I am walking at least 15, 20 minutes a day. And then I want to get back into lifting. I was doing that consistently last year before I had my surgery. And then I had my hysterectomy last July, August, like it was the end of July, beginning of August. And I let that just kind of fall to the wayside. So I want to work out, weight lift at least. Let me do baby steps again. Kids travel twice a week. So, yeah, for my finances, I don't know that I want to share those publicly, but I want to increase my revenue by 5% over the next 12 months. I want to increase my passive revenue because I'm making very minimal passively. It's a lot of, I would say 90% of my work is done for you, or coaching or consulting or reviewing a lot of audits of messaging, of marketing funnels, of really adjusting those things for clients. So I really want to bring more of the digital products, more of the prompts and things in so that I am removing me from the equation. A woman I was listening to, and I cannot remember her name or the podcast name, but I listened to her on Spotify, and she said, "You say you want to make this new amount of money, and are you able to hold space for that without you having to be the one to do all of the work?" And I thought, okay, for the level that I want to be at, no, I don't have a lot of things that people can purchase from me that don't use up my time. So that's one of my goals as well. For finances, I want to change my money mindset. And so the identity that I am going to be really honing in on is I am abundance. Whether I am taking whether I am taking a nap, whether I am working with the client, whether I'm doing whatever I have to do, I am abundance. And I think I'll share more maybe as we get into the paid. I just don't know how comfortable I am with that, but we'll play it by ear. Not a huge deal. Once I have like specific numbers, I can at least do a percentage. Like I said, increase my revenue by at least 40%. And then the identity. The identity shift is going to be, I'm going to be focusing on three specific things. It's going to be what I'm resisting. It's going to be what I am resisting, what I am realizing, or what I am still sitting with. A lot of people think, oh my gosh, I didn't make a decision, so I didn't decide. But not making a decision is still a decision. So if I'm sitting with something, why am I choosing to still sit with that? What do I need to do to either move it through or release it? And then this is where I'm going to talk more about my story too. A lot of people don't know that my parents are Jehovah's Witnesses. And weirdly enough, I was not born into that religion. My parents went into it when I was like between the ages of 8 and 10. I really cannot remember, to save my life, the time it was around. But I do know that it was between those ages. And I do believe that it has shaped me because I went from spending every weekend with my mom's side of the family and my cousins and hanging out with them to not hanging out with anybody and with like my family, and not understanding why like my birthday was taken away, Christmases were taken away, why I was now having to go door to door. And hindsight's always 2020. Like I thought, oh my gosh, in those moments I was confused and excited because it felt like something new. And then as I moved into my teen years and I started asking more questions, I started getting silenced more. And I think a part of one of the reasons why I want to focus on my identity and how I work with my clients is because I noticed that my voice was quieted down. And so I want to make sure that you aren't living from that place of your past and you just feel through it, release it, and now you're able to do this and share your story, share who you are, because I did have to go through that. So a lot of my identity is, or a lot of my identity work is really going to be understanding those areas. So I think that is it for now. So as I'm closing this, because I don't want this to be super long and I don't want this to be a huge thing, although it's already fairly long, but I really want you to notice that I am doing this in summer here. I'm doing this where it's chaotic and my kids are home and my kids are needing things and asking for things and we're traveling for them. And I'm doing it intentionally because I want my kids. I have a son and a daughter, 16-year-old and 15-year-old at the time of recording. And I want them to see me take care of me. I want to start having better boundaries. And I want to do this all so that they can see it, so that they learn how to respect it, and so that they know what they can do for themselves as they're moving into their older years. So it is very intentional why I'm choosing now to be doing this, sharing this year of change, and having you come on this journey with me because I want to share the success. I want to share and I'm going to share the failure because I don't think every week is going to be sunshine and kittens. It really isn't. And I want you to be able to give yourself permission when there is a lot of uncertainty and moving parts and all the things that you're not expecting. So I want you to be able to say, in the middle of all the chaos, that you can still take time for you. And I'm going to take that time for me. And some weeks it's going to be more time than other weeks, and that's okay. It's really just about building out that boundary of love, honor, and cherishing yourself enough to do it. So you're the example. So you're living a better life. And so you're doing the damn thing. All right. That is it for me today. Thank you for being here. I cannot wait to talk more on this with you. Oh, my Lanta, it's going to be such a good time. Please leave a comment below. Let me know if you are game for starting this with me, if you are game for following along, diving in. Just share with me, what does this look like for you? And I can't wait to share more with you. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.